Go.
Liz is not live out here.
Are we coming back in here?
Hey everybody, I am here at SOE Tactical Gear,
Are you live
Special
already?
Operations Equipment, the business that's made it so I can't talk about search engine optimization anymore because I get my letters in the wrong direction now. We got John Willis here. Say hi.
Hello.
So
Is it
John
live?
Willis is the founder of
Is it flash?
this beautiful thing right here.
Yeah, I'm live too.
We're live. And we've got Niti Bali. Hi everybody.
Hey guys.
We're doing like the triple live stream tonight. And if you're just joining the live stream, do me a favor and go share it on the Living Free in Tennessee networks for me so I don't have to figure out how to copy and paste in these tiny little letters on my phone. But we're here with John.
She's not sure she's up and running. Can you take a peek?
Yeah, why can I not get live?
I don't know. And then we have our technologically
click that.
challenged Niti Bali. Say hi to everybody.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. I know we've had Niti on the show. We haven't had John on the show yet. We should totally have you on the show.
6 feet, motherfucker.
Oh, and I guess we're going to swear on the show today. We've got a swearing person over there. Say hi. Whoa!
Hi.
I caught on video just for you.
I'm the potty mouth truck driver from New Jersey.
Should I try to? I'll try Facebook, but it doesn't generally let me go.
I was just reading John's shirt, which I think people can read.
Yeah.
So they'll see it, right? So.
Well, I'm going to share this to...
It says I have 19 followers that are live, but like,
Yeah.
what?
Wait, okay, so you're live then?
Am I?
If-
Is that what that means?
I
I don't
maybe.
think so.
This is all of us. Okay, so what are we here to talk about tonight?
How do you go live on Instagram?
How to go live on Instagram. I do not know.
Okay, so I'll try to just do another one of my
The
platforms.
Are you
importance
watching?
of
Is anybody there?
community.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you guys should talk about the importance of community.
Sure.
And multiple communities. I think
Well,
that's a great
I mean,
idea.
We're here to build bridges. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
but
what was the thing that we said last night in the car when after I had way too much bourbon
What am I-
was I said we need each other, right?
We do
Like,
need each other.
We need each other. It's why the importance of being neighborly. It's why it's important to build community, right? We need each other, and we all have different skill sets, right? And different talents.
Yeah.
And me supporting you, and you supporting him, and him supporting her, and her supporting me, like, you know, that's.
Do you have a pins page?
Okay.
I do,
kind of
but this
important.
is what has
This
to
is-
follow.
Well, let's start with a round robin. Well, are you going to tell us who you are?
Have you
No.
ever gone live?
Okay, you're going to make something up.
Lets me go.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I've
back
done
in my
that.
high school days, an annoying coach called me Odie.
Okay,
Oh,
Odie.
I have a business.
So we'll go with that.
Yeah, so you're Odie. And tell us about your network.
My
I'll
network.
share-
Do you have a network?
Ah, well,
You do it all the other time.
I know.
I
just
actually
push
have
that button.
currently have an expanding
I
network
always go
Yeah.
that
to this.
includes people who are focused on
Go to live.
good nutrition,
Then
Yeah.
do
right? That are focused on and actively working towards, which takes a lot to get to a place where you can say you are radically self-reliant.
Yeah.
Which I would like to say that I am self-reliant, but I don't know that I fall into the category of radically self-reliant. But John,
Yeah.
No.
actually, to
No.
me, is somebody who is radically self-reliant. Yes, I mean
Okay.
you work with other people.
And then-
but-
Checking connection.
Okay, so then we have John Willis from Special Operations Equipment founded this factory that we're in right now where they sew all of the stuff made where?
Here.
Here.
In,
In-
Tennessee.
In Tennessee. In which
Camden,
country?
The motherfucking USA.
In the motherfucking USA. That's why we're going to swear tonight, guys. So don't put this near your
Hey
kids.
friends, we're live.
John,
This
tell
is
us
Niti
like
Bali.
how has
I
community
am from
changed your life?
Tennessee. How are you guys
Well, we
doing?
just try to bring people
What's
together,
that
right?
look
So
like?
Yeah.
a good example is Tactical Response, James Yeager's group,
Yeah.
and SOE. We're all fishing for the same dollar, right?
Right.
So we have to have new blood because our pond is
Yeah.
overbred and overfished.
Yeah.
So that was like the whole overland thing, right? So we bought Toyota trucks. We went to the Overland Expo. We take the same product and we market it to new people. Well, all of those truck owners, all those overland guys, most of them, they all shoot, right? So now we can bring them out to class. We can sell them gear. So we're bringing in new fish and new stock, and just it overlaps. And then all of those guys have friends, and they come out for a class on one weekend. And it's like we went to Rogue Food, and we knew you.
Yeah.
And she sat down and was talking. We got introduced. She turned around, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Hey, I'm Trish from Shithole, New Jersey." And I'm like,
Odie.
"Oh, New Jersey, you're doubly fucked. Like that's terrible."
Yeah.
So she she said something about a gun. I go, hey, you should come out and take a class. And she goes, I will. I go, bullshit. You won't fucking come out here.
Yeah.
Because everybody says that. 2 days later, she's like, hey, motherfucker, I booked a class. I'll see you next week. And she's been here like 20 times since then.
20.
Have you been here 20 times since
And
then?
now,
Okay, you do realize that New Jersey sucks right now. It's like the communist state of
no,
New
it always,
Jersey.
Okay.
it always sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's gotten worse.
Yes,
It
and,
has
and
gotten
Tennessee's gotten better.
Well, so why wouldn't I be here instead of in
Yeah.
New Jersey?
Why haven't you moved here yet?
Yeah. Okay.
Live.
That's
Okay,
Okay,
so
let's say, okay, wait.
okay.
So then we got Niti Bali. Niti, tell us about like who you are and a little bit about your network of people.
Well, so I've been working for food freedom and health independence now for 12 years. And I have been battling with farmers who are not interested in being friends with each other because they've been taught by the institutions that they're competing against each other. And so they're pitting all of our American producers against each other unnecessarily because there's no competition. So I'm meanwhile seeking real food, right? Because with real food you can have real health, which is my position is food freedom for health independence. And so the more farms that I would talk to, the more I would realize that these farmers don't even realize that they're producing medicine, especially beef farmers. Like a lot of the beef ranchers, you know, these men who are raising this incredible, powerful livestock, they don't know it's a superfood. They've been made to believe that it is poison, and currently we're in a war against meat. And that is not the way, guys. I mean, because meat heals, and regenerative meat specifically heals, and it reverses almost all of the cancers, the electrical deficiencies, you know, that are causing problems with a lot of our friends, like with MS and, you know, chemical imbalances, which are like the, you know, mental health issues, the ones from anxiety and depression all the way to, you know, bipolar disorders and other serious mental disorders. And this is just, you know, this is not the American way. And so I was asked by Joel Salatin to be a Rogue Food leader and speak at the first Rogue Food event, and it was really kind of shocking for me a little bit because I didn't realize I had gone rogue. And then I thought, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cool because I guess you have to go rogue if you're going to stand up for truth and freedom. And then we had the first Rogue right before all this chaos happened. It was in January 2020, and then this madness started. And there was nothing more powerful. The only reason I made it, I think, through 2020 in like one piece mentally was because I was surrounded by all these patriots at Rogue. And I knew that I wasn't alone anymore because for 12 years, I feel like I've been, you know, hunted for 12 years because all I was trying to do was to support real meat because I knew that it was medicine for people. And this plant-based agenda was coming. I'd been saying it forever, but it's only become more prevalent since 2019, and 2020 happens, and all this madness happens, and then I meet all of you wonderful, amazing people at this Rogue Tennessee. I didn't even know we could have another Rogue. I mean, with everything that was going on with COVID, I was super excited when we were able to figure out that we could have a gathering somewhere, and it was going to be in Tennessee. And then I got to meet Nicole Sauce, and, you know, I got to meet Trisha, who came from Jersey. And then they're all telling me, you got to meet all these other people. And here I am now. So I'm back in Tennessee, and I'm like super excited to be here right now. And I'm here at John Willis's, and this place is phenomenal. This guy right here, you guys, he's bomb. Okay, like we all I know is that all these years I've been building bridges between eaters and farmers, and, you know, but now I feel like I am more powerfully growing relationships. And here, look who's here, John Willis. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know about you, but I feel like all these relationships that we have going on, they're just pouring in like a freaking waterfall has just opened up. That's how I know that it's okay, help is on the way, and
Because we're helping each other.
we're helping each other. Like, we're not waiting to be saved. Do you think this man's like waiting for somebody to come save him? Like,
Absolutely,
it's not freaking-
100% John Willis right there.
Right. Nobody's, like
Sarcasm
whatever.
emoji.
And it's amazing. It's lovely to just meet people who are just not afraid. Like nobody. It's just wonderful. None of us are sitting around going, oh my God, this isn't safe. We have to be safe. We need to, we're not waiting for somebody to come save us. And we also know that nature is never to be feared.
We're also not asking permission.
And we're not asking permission. We're not. You know what I love about everything that's going on over here? Look at this. This is freaking badass. He is just like, I just need to make money, and this is what I want to do. Look at, he's just, creating something.
He's actually employing people,
Oh,
right?
Right. He's not a slave owner. Do you know that this man is cooking meals for his employees? And he has told them that no matter what happens with all of this chaos and confusion and nonsense, that these people are secure. Not because they're waiting for somebody to hand something to them, but they're part of something that's bigger. And that's, like, we all need each other, and we all need each other. Anybody out there who is falling into this divisive crap, I can't stand this fucking device. I'm over the division. They want us to fight against each other because you're white or you're black or you're pink or you're blue or whatever, or you're a man or a woman, or you're not even a freaking man or a woman. You can only be a man or a woman, and all this other stuff I don't understand.
I don't know if I can be a tree. I mean, how far can we push it?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, taking responsibility. I've been most recently talking about this. This is what I would really like to talk to, Nicole here, Trisha. We wanted to have a conversation here with John in his place about how can we all take responsibility? What can we all do so that we aren't doubting ourselves and we're just doing it and we're
fortifying our communities.
Well,
Exactly.
you can return the egg.
Building communities,
Hold this.
fortifying
I'm
communities.
going to tell my egg story. So, just don't hit the screen. It'll turn it off. So, Trish last night challenged me I'm going to make you introduce yourself to people who don't know who you are. And what's the one thing you would say? And what I would say is this. I am here today because when I was 3 years old, I stole a chocolate egg from a store. And I took it home and I started eating this egg. And my mom immediately noticed that I had an egg that I had not purchased. And she asked me what happened and found out that I had stolen this egg and made me take 5 cents out of my piggy bank and go back to the store and return the egg and apologize and pay the man the 5 cents for the egg. And I was only like 3.5 years old, and a lot of people don't remember themselves that young. I remember this incident, and that was the day I learned that you do not hurt people and you don't take their stuff. And if you do hurt people, you make amends. And that is a simple base philosophy of my whole life. And where that's gone from there is that I've learned, as John was talking about, we operate in many of the same spaces. And technically, some of us are competition for dollars. Some of us are competition for network. I roast coffee at Holler Roast. And
It's the best
and it's
freaking
the greatest
coffee.
And I know
John,
other
what
roasters.
coffee do you drink every single day?
I have my own. She roasted
Yeah,
all
look,
of our coffee.
this is
You
why
see this Holler Roast
I
coffee?
can't get any dark roast right now is because John is like, yeah, see, I
So
understand.
I roast coffee, and the reason I was even able to get
John's got his
past
own
my
blend,
first
y'all.
hurdle-
Hey, do I get my own blend too? Cause I want a
We can
blend.
work on a
Oh my
blend.
God, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
That is bomb.
No, I'm trying. I can't do this and that. What does it say? Tell me.
It says
But let me
Controversy
finish my story.
blend.
Nicole,
Let me finish the
Nicole,
story. It's like
yes, carry on.
put a little cock in your cup. That's bomb.
I just want to say
Okay.
the reason
Sorry.
I am a successful coffee roaster today is because people have been all along the way as I ran into, when you start a business, you run into things and you have to go around them, go over them, or bust through them. And my first issue with the business was I couldn't find a roaster that was not $20,000. And another craft roaster came to me and said, I know of a roaster, and that was my first commercial roaster. And he and I have been cross-promoting each other's businesses the whole time, growing the whole pie. And then my next big hurdle, you helped me over when I caught my roaster on fire after roasting your first order.
I said, what's the most you've ever done? I said I want to do twice that.
Yeah.
I want to double.
And I roasted for days.
So this is what I learned about John yesterday. So yesterday I learned about John that he wants to try to know what is the most of anything that anybody and everybody can do, and it's so bomb because he's just like he's like, okay, what happens if I just want to buy all of this? Like he likes to go into places and just be like, okay, what if I want all of it?
And he does it with that look.
He does it with this look right here.
That's the look.
Because anybody can do one more, right?
Yeah.
So let's do double it. Let's do twice as much.
Yeah.
Because even if you fall short, you're gonna fall way beyond one more.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ran a mile, and then you're gonna do 1.1 miles. If you set out to do 3 miles the next time, you're gonna get 2.5. Whereas if you set out to do 1.1, you're gonna do exactly that 1.1.
Or 9.9 or something.
Well, he's that way with everybody, right?
Uh-huh.
And what's funny is you're like Mr. Tough Love, but what you're really doing is saying, I'm going to challenge you to do this thing, and then people do it.
Yeah,
and then they do the next thing, and they do great, and it's the love part of Tough Love is there,
right?
And that's the important part.
But then you're supporting someone like this, and it's not like, you know.
Well, this is what's left. We do 120 pounds.
This is nothing, you guys. These are the leftovers over here, okay? I mean, do you see this place? Look at the enormous. I can't show you all of it right now, but in this one moment, okay? Yeah. But this place is fucking
But that
epic.
Unifies everybody here is we're all people builders.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we get along. He's a people builder. You're a people builder. You're a people builder. I'm a people builder.
We all have something that complements each other. Like you guys all work outside. You work with tools. You work with things that are dangerous. You all drive a vehicle, and you're here in town taking medical classes.
Yeah.
Because you need that. That might save not only you, but somebody that you care about.
That class is so bomb too.
Well, and if I don't need the exact skill learned in that class, the mental process learned in that class will apply to something else that happens.
I told you guys this, but I don't think you know this.
Yeah.
Show everybody the bruise that's starting on the inside your arm. Okay, so
we're trading bruises.
So oh, look at
I got a good one.
Okay, so these are from
our tourniquet bruises.
I did. When I put my tourniquet on
your
mouth.
So these are from learning how to put tourniquet. But my partner Liz almost died at the age of 13 because as they were running through the house, a friend pushed her through the storm door, and that's when storm doors were still glass. So as she went to go, her arm went through the glass. She literally lost 2/3 of the blood in her body. She has a wicked scar on the inside of her right bicep. I don't know if you guys noticed it. Okay, and when she literally got 3 steps out across the front yard, no joke, blood spurting up, and she went down. Her neighbor had just pulled into his driveway across the street, got out of the car, saw the blood going in the air, literally came over and took his belt off and put a tourniquet around her arm and saved her life. Okay? She has 2 children, she has 2 grandkids, and it was because a tourniquet saved her life. Yeah. And because he was a good Samaritan, and they were a community. Right?
Right. I mean, we all need each other. We need, we need
a lot of things.
Right. Well, we're all in this together, but we also need to be working together, and we need to be learning together. And I've been asked recently, even by my husband, he's like, well, what are you going to do this class for? And I'm like, because we're constantly learning, remember? Like, we're always learning things, But he felt like it was so, like a lot of the other things that we've been doing, a lot of the things that I've been learning, I've been doing a lot of reading, or, people are learning in different ways. And I said, I'm done with that. I want to go and be hands-on and meet people, and I want to immerse myself with the people. I don't want to do this stuff online anymore. I refuse to do that now. Like, okay, fine, I'll do a little bit of online stuff. I want to share things. I want to reach as many people as we can. Everyone maybe not in a position to just be able to get up and leave the way they might want to. But I want to encourage everyone. Like, we were having a conversation today that, we have, like, Liz is talking to her, Trish is talking to Liz. Sorry, I keep doing it.
I'm going to call you Liz.
Yeah. Trish is talking to Liz in Jersey. Or somebody, who are we talking to? Someone was saying you're in Tennessee. Someone was asking you that you're in Tennessee right now. And is it true, A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Because
I want to know what the vibe is like and what the drive was like.
Because in the news, Because in the news,
No, the propaganda.
Top
the
headline out of
propaganda
Tennessee,
blah,
hundreds
blah.
of people.
Yeah, for all of my listeners,
Hundreds.
they know that I'm always talking about this box, this bullshit box that just spews lies and fear and whatever. So someone's asking her, like, what is it really like? What is it like? Because, you know, they can tell us anything.
Actually, you know what I should have? I should be sharing, which I didn't, and you could speak to, is what we all know about the manufactured food shortage and the stopping of all of these cargo.
Yeah, tell us. Tell everybody.
Well, John knows. John could speak to it better than I could.
Go ahead, you saw it.
Well, you saw it.
But
on the
I've seen.
highway.
Okay, so
talk about it.
So we're in August. So this is my third trip down to Tennessee from New Jersey, and I've now seen 6 different bypasses where trains are just parked, not moving. Like, why are they parked there? I mean, there's train yards for that. That's not where you park trains.
All of those
that are
box
meant to
cars
be. Yeah, it's
all have numbers on them. You need to take photos of them so we know if they're the same cars. You gotta just snap photos of them next time when you run past them.
Yeah. So, you know, nobody's talking about that. Nobody's going to tell you that. You're either going to see it for yourself and start connecting dots.
There's a shitload of pictures this weekend that came out yesterday, day before, of Kroger aisles where they have like sheets up that are Velcroed up. They're silk screened, and it's just pictures of full product, but they're just covers. They're facades. There's nothing on any of those shelves. Now, I don't know how many shelves in those stores are like that. Some people said, yes, we put those up when we're starting to do inventory for the season or whatever. There was some stuff that, you know, made sense, but there was an awful lot of photos, and it wasn't the same photos. It was people that we actually know that are like, I just took this photo. Like Glenn Tate shared a bunch of those pictures, but Glenn didn't take those pictures. Mm-hmm. But I know some of the people that took the pictures they were putting up, and it was in multiple Kroger stores across the United States where they had those aisles. Well, where the fuck are Kroger just has Kroger just has empty shelves everywhere in the United States?
In the UK, people are going in to buy meat, and now they are putting the meat in clear boxes with RFID chips. Like, so they could basically, so if you steal it, like, because if you think about it, right, if you go into a store, which Niti would say, get the hell out of the grocery stores, and she could speak to that,
like,
which
know your
is
farmer.
actually incredibly liberating and is not as difficult to do as you might think. But for her to speak to them, or actually you just need to read a book, but so that, like, why? So you go from the back of the grocery store to the front of the grocery store, and you're worried about somebody stealing them. Like, it's funny. It's like they know
like
what's
anti-theft
going
stuff
to.
on there?
Yeah, like it's every single.
So are they chipping you because of it? So this is something
No, I'm
I'm thinking about.
Oh,
like, okay, no, I mean, if they're putting this chip on the meat, what you talking about? The package?
The RFID.
On the package.
Oh, these are the scanner pieces.
No,
All
it's
right.
like a little. It's plastic and sticks up. It's an RFID chip it's not a barcode.
It's like
So
they're
is it for
anticipating.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's
Well,
something.
and you can use it for tracking. So it like they have sensors that can just sense what's on the shelf.
So since the late 90s, everything that comes in Walmart has to have an RFID tag on it.
Yeah.
We were looking at putting product in Walmart back in 2000, 2001. And that was one of the things that, even back then, every single item that comes in, because they don't do, there's not a kid there going, okay, I've got 10 of these. There's a system that when they come in off the pallets, the store knows how many are in there. And the stores talk to each other. The people at the store don't do the ordering. The RFID, the system, the inventory system does the ordering.
Okay.
So that's what those are. They've been there. Like every tire that comes in, every tire that's manufactured has an RFID tag in the tire. They have since late 90s.
So this is fun. We were last night talking about how you can't produce enough fast enough because there's like a labor issue.
Absolutely.
Okay, so where is everybody who wants to make money? I don't understand. Who doesn't
we
want to
live
work?
here. We're in the most impoverished town in Tennessee. That means drugs, and that means people who are here typically. You have basically. They've done a good job of collapsing the middle class. So what they're trying to create is have and have not, right? Mm-hmm. And they want a bigger separation between them and us, right? They want us who kind of have some things and provide some things and provide jobs. They want us to be further separated from them. So they kill the middle class. Mm-hmm. So we live here. Most of my employees have been on our payroll for 10 years or more right now. We hire new people. Our newest person right now has been with us a year. Our second person beyond that has been with us for 2 years. We hire them, they come in. So when the welfare system says, hey, you have to go seek a job, we know when that happens because they come in threes. They come in packs, like feral dogs,
Wow.
and they come in waves. So there's always 12 of them. When we get 3 girls in here, like, hey, are you hiring? We sure are. We can sit you down right now. Oh, well, I didn't know I was going to have to start work today. Well, what did you think? What they want is they want some bullshit to take back and show, hey, I attempted to get a job.
And I couldn't get one.
And so I need you to keep giving me this check for doing nothing. And that's the deal. And that's what.
So he's trying to produce something, you guys, American-made product, okay, and valuable.
He's doing it.
He's doing it, but what I'm saying is that he could be doing more.
Yeah.
He has enough, demand where he could be doing more, and there are more opportunities for work. I'm telling everybody, like we were talking about how we've been affected since this chaos began. Not at all. I mean, well, in the ways of maybe some of our family situations, we're observing a lot of things that's a little bit chaotic or whatever. But as far as how are we choosing to live our lives, what are we choosing to do about our lives, we're in more demand.
Absolutely, we didn't shut down at all. Not one day did we. Well, when it all first started, and we thought that this might be real. About 2-3 weeks into it, we gave everybody a week off paid. And we set up infrastructure. We brought in concrete blocks. We put up more fencing. We got more dogs. We put in redundant camera systems. We just weren't really sure what was going to happen. And then by Monday, everybody's like, hey, because we told them, hey, you're going to have 2 weeks off. 2 weeks off, paid. Spend 2 weeks with your family. Do whatever. Figure out what your situation is. And at Monday, they're like, hey, can we please come back to work?
Yeah.
So everybody came back to work. We ran. We weren't sure what the regulations and stipulations were going to be, so we started making masks. We were making, thousands of masks a week, and that we just went back into making normal shit. We were shipping masks out like crazy, faster than we could build them. Amanda, come get this cat. So
I feel like you're gonna
troublemaker.
step on the cat.
Trip over it.
Yeah.
So we never did shut down. Law enforcement was not going to come and shut us down. Nobody that had any say was going to come and shut us down.
Right.
And the plan always was, if they said, hey, you can't come to work, we're going to close the gates.
Right.
You can't even fucking see up here from the street.
Right.
So.
And also mind your business, everybody. Why don't y'all mind your business? Because this isn't a law. All right. And also our Constitution is a compact. Do you guys understand that our Constitution is a compact? It is not a contract. It is a compact. We have to give it up. We have to give it up. Nobody can come and take it from us. Does everybody get that? It is a compact. Look it up. Like, no one can come and take it. The reason all this crazy madness is happening, the reason that you've been programmed to, like, tell everybody to just do it and just do it and behave and just do it because of whatever. And then, but you're also, like, scared, hiding under your beds, believing that people are dropping dead somewhere because they're telling you this number every freaking day. Like, they just say this number. Well, do you know what the number was before for every day? You should know the number for every day before that. Yeah. Because people die all the time and no one ever cared before. And if you were to pay attention, you would realize the number hasn't really changed. And I'm not trying to say that there aren't people that are dying that, that we're, not mourning or whatever. Like, I don't believe this is a joke, but I also know for a fact that the side effect of what is happening right now is that basically our Constitution helps to uphold the freedoms for many people around the world, and everyone around the world who knows and has been through this before is protesting, and Americans are just sitting around not realizing what's going on in a lot of places, but not us. And we're here to we wanted to talk with everybody. Hey, we're friends. We're all getting together. You might have known about John. You might have known about Trisha. You might have known about Nicole, but we're all friends.
Well, I say to people, have you ever seen a more expansive and intense, like 24/7, full throttle marketing campaign? Like, hello, I've been making commercials for decades. I have never seen it's mind blowing. I mean,
It's been going on though. If you look at
but
how
with COVID,
it's been
it's
COVID,
just
it's been around the
shocking.
clock. But if you look at news cycles, like when I started paying attention,
Well,
was
the
in the
fifth one.
90s. This foundation for what happened now was there.
Well, because they're playing a long game.
They were playing, they were. I'm sure it was before the 90s. I just noticed it in the 90s.
This is a 100-year game.
And it was like I was reading and learning about how propaganda was employed in Nazi Germany, and like digging into some of it as part of my studies. And I was writing a thesis about that, and my conclusion was the next place that's really going to blow up is here. Because I was starting to look at the news, and I'm like, this is the same thing. It's just gentler. It was gentle in the 90s. It's not very gentle. Like I was telling them on the way over, I'm reading this article about some pastor in Tennessee saying that they're putting up FEMA camps for the unvaccinated here. And it was Newsweek.
Yeah.
A long article about it. And
Do you see his face right
I
now?
know.
Wait, do you see his face right now?
Okay, so you know,
Right.
what, you know
And
what
so
John
I'm like-
was saying. So
So
John was
I
telling
read an article like that. I'm like, well,
John, should we talk about FEMA camps?
Yeah, why don't we talk about it, John? Why don't you tell us?
So I go and I can't find any verification. The only person cited is a pastor, and it's because of the latest executive order signed by the governor, which was rolling back regulation on hospitals so that they can expand beds.
So where?
And I haven't read the executive order yet.
Where are the camps at?
They didn't say in the article. They just said that some random pastor.
Do
and
you
that's what- if
do you
people are
believe
reading
that they've been quietly building FEMA camps?
Yes.
Yes. So do I. I've actually in
Yeah,
Canada
and I know,
as well. Like
but-
I've seen footage where people have gone to those areas, right? So, but here's the thing. So what happens? How do you get people to believe something apart from like repeating it ad
Well,
nauseum? You wrap like the lie with a bit of truth. So isn't it interesting that where was the venue that you
It
heard?
was Newsweek.
Newsweek. Okay. Well,
I'm
listen,
like,
I
well,
just
this
find
is
that
I
interesting.
need to dig down into this a little
Well, yeah,
bit
because there's never-
what's here is just fluff.
There's never been
It's all
it's
fluff.
never been like a time in our life, I think, where it's more important for us to be very discerning, right? Like
Well, I've gotten
it's-
to the point where when I hear something, rather than repeat it, I start looking for the source. And if I can't find the source, eventually I stop looking. But like the canning jar lid thing that happened last year, I called the factory. I'm like, hey, what's up with the shortage?
well, actually,
And they
some
told me what was up is they couldn't keep up with demand. They're like, it's not a metal shortage. It's not anything regulatory. We have 400 times the demand we had this time last year. And we are simply not built for that. And we're doing the best we can.
That's
And then I found out that it had happened one other time in the 70s for a similar reason.
One
And
of-
that's
one of
the
the-
distance. You have to just like start picking up the phone and calling people.
maybe you should volunteer the holler as a FEMA camp because one of your viewers thinks that if you actually become a FEMa camp, you'll get federal funding
my
and it'll go to something good.
Absolutely not. I don't need that many people knowing where the holler is.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I still want to hear John.
Yeah.
So John was telling us yesterday, they're just starting to get ready to put this yellow stars on you.
Well, what I said was, you're a couple steps removed from that, right?
Right.
I tell guys in California and New York, right? I've always got people in California that are like, I need to get out of California, but I have 3 more years here. Well, that's what the Jews were saying also. The Jews, for years, would go to Switzerland or get on a boat and come to the United States, right? But the very last of the Jews, when they went to get on the boats, there were no more boats, and they had years ahead of time, right? They're like, well, they just want some information, right? They're just doing a census on us. Well, they've now taken half of your shit, right? And then they take the rest of your shit, and then they take all of your stuff, and they took and pushed them into
Ghetto.
the ghettos, right?
Mm-hmm.
They put people who held most of the property in an area that was less than 10% of the property. So at what point, like, everybody's like, well, it's just for your own good. It's, they're just doing,
It's for your safety.
right, it's for your safety, it's for your own
Well,
good.
you can get it from people who are vaccinated, so it will be for your own
Well,
good.
you're
As an
going to get it.
unvaccinated
That's how they spun
person.
it now. It's
Yeah.
actually more, they're doing it for our good.
You're right.
Because it's more dangerous for us because we're going to catch it from people who have been vaccinated.
Right.
And for our own good.
Can I ask a question about that? So what if I feel like it is my civil liberty and my choice to just die if I want to? I mean, if I just want to go ahead and have this, get it or whatever, which, I'm pretty confident I've had it already and that I'm naturally immune. But I don't fear nature at all. And I'm not going to stop living and start dying already, because you are going to receive whatever it is that you believe. If you believe it, it is true. So if you believe you're going to die, you are going to die. And if you believe that you're not going to die, you're not going to die. And I am not going to die. I have a lot of things to do. I'm pretty busy. And I'm a busy person, and I'm so busy.
That's going on our headstone.
I know, like
I'm not gonna die. I'm pretty busy.
I mean, I'm busy, and what I hear of John's pretty fucking busy too. So like, me and John don't have time to sit around and be like boohoo crying, hiding under our bed, waiting for somebody to come save us. We're too busy producing food, producing, equipment, or whatever it is that our community needs, so that we can all get up and just do it. Just do it.
You know what you guys are doing, though? You're both doing, essentially, if you break it down, I mean, John, by providing people with an opportunity to work and to learn a craft, like, there's so many dying arts, right? Like, how many people are going and learning how to, like, weld, right? Like, anyway, so he's providing an opportunity.
Where can they even go? Like, he's willing to teach.
But exactly. But he's providing an opportunity for people to take care of themselves and care for their families. You are providing people an opportunity to care for themselves and their families by also and working with these farmers. You're allowing the farmers to care for the land, which they want to, because otherwise they wouldn't be farmers, to care for the livestock, right? In the way that honors the land and the livestock.
The universal law,
the little critters.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, so in some ways, yes, it manifests itself in his realm a little differently than your realm. Right. But essentially, like, what are we all trying to do? We're all trying to live and thrive.
I see this as a big, big opportunity for people like us to build what we want. Right. Because while all the division's happening, we're like, well, crap, I guess we better make it a priority to talk to each other. And
which is actually going to get harder.
Bring people along with us.
So we do need to move
and figure out how to like I can get here without a map now if I need to talk to John. I don't have a carrier pigeon yet, but I can work on that. But that is an opportunity for us to do what we should have been doing anyway, which is get the people who are free.
Right.
To live the life we want to live on our terms.
Well, if you do shit worth doing, people are going to come to that.
Right.
And they're typically going to be, you're going to get some shitbags along the way.
Right.
For the most part, it's going to be people that are hungry for what you're doing because they're seeking you out. It's not like...
Because they want change.
Yeah, you can't just get in your car and be here in 5 minutes. Like,
no.
It's a pretty big commitment. You have to get on a plane or do some traveling to get here, right? We're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So if we do shit worth doing, people are going to show up. And that's the bodies. That's the people who are going to take what we're doing back and kind of plant that seed, right? Mm-hmm. So when all this silliness started, I said, look, you guys better plant some food. You better have some means to produce something for yourselves. Everybody's squealing about food shortages. Everybody's talking about all these stoppages and stuff. But what are you doing about it? And I'm telling these people all this stuff. And we're kind of doing it. Like, we had a couple of raised beds. But I figured, well, we better do and have evidence of doing what I'm telling people to do. I don't give a shit whether you do it or not. You asked me what to do. All I can do is tell you what we're doing. And I have people that I'm responsible for. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're doing. We brought in equipment. We dug multiple ponds. We brought in equipment. I got my guys built outhouses. We've got a pretty awesome garden going. We've got greenhouses going. We've got the fields ready to go. Everything's fenced. I've put a fucking ton of money into some shit that maybe we don't need, but if we fucking need it, we're going to be damn sure glad we have it, And it does make your life better now. It's absolutely right. Like, do you buy eggs? No, I haven't bought eggs in
a long time.
10 years.
It's got this phenomenal, compound. So this is a production facility. Look, and this is their
Uh-oh.
And everything that they need is right here, So, and they're also feeding everybody. This is their family kitchen, where everybody's working here.
Hey guys, if you're on here on Instagram,
and then look at
Facebook or pop over there for a second and let them know that we're live over on Instagram.
Yes, this is very organized. They know what they're doing here. I can't keep up with Nisi and I can't hear her, so I'll just talk to y'all.
Yeah, it was the big black dildo was here on the table. It's,
What questions do you guys have? Because we're going to be wrapping up soon. Anything you want me to ask? Do it in all caps so I can see it with my bad eyes.
Stop shouting it and just do it. Like, just get up and do something today.
Everybody wants you to.
Morning at 4 o'clock that says that.
There's admiration of your organization in my comments.
Awesome.
That's very organized.
Oh no. It is
Oh,
not
it is
organized.
pretty.
It
It's
is not
pretty organized. I mean, it's pretty very organized from what
That's
I've been
because
told.
I haven't been here. Any place that I've been, it looks like the Tasmanian devil around here. This is all my work right here back here.
This is all
Oh,
you?
yeah. Let's see.
Show us your lair.
Well, all of it. I mean,
All of it's your lair.
Front's
Yeah.
kind of my cove, but this is where I cut stuff and when I'm working on shit. That's my mess over there on the back table. And then this is my area here where I work. I sewed a bunch of collars and dog leashes and stuff today.
So, like, he's designing these, you guys. He
I
designs
sewed everything in the
piece.
building, every single piece of gear. I designed it. I'd say 99.5% of it. And if I didn't design that other 0.5%, I had input on that. I still sew every single day. I build custom stuff that we auction off, but every design we built, I did not, you know what I didn't do? I didn't get the zip. This is the one I did, and my zipper didn't work right. So I gave it to Patty and I gave it to Miranda, and they decided how we were going to put the zipper in that bag than the grocery bags we make. That's an example of something I didn't. But all the samples and everything, I built every bit of those.
It's really incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very good quality.
Yeah, it's great quality.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
best.
solid quality. Like, this is a travel
Believe it,
bag. It
everybody
looks like a
tells
travel
me.
bag.
Yeah. I'm surprised people keep buying stuff because it lasts so long.
I know.
But they just buy
Well,
different
that's why
stuff.
we do different colors.
Yeah.
That's how you sell guys.
Smart.
That's how you sell guys. Multiples is the same thing. The same reason a woman will have 10 pairs of shoes, but they're just different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And guys do the same thing. And because we make female-specific gear that has, like, for instance, pink, he'll go buy her something, and then it makes it okay for him to buy himself something also. Because how many times, like, back in history, did you get a Christmas present and your guy's like, hey, I bought this for you, but really it's the same fucking thing he has. Well, now you have ownership in it because it's, you know, whichever your color preferences are, Tiffany blue or pink or green or whatever it is.
Sure.
So it's more theirs.
Well, and this community that you have going on up here, it's really incredible. I mean, you can say that you were saying something about competing with,
Well, like James, you know,
Yeah.
so you've been at Tack Response all day,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So typically, let's say our average customer is probably 25 to 40 years old. I don't know what the demographics really are. And let's say most of them predominantly are men. Let's say 90% maybe. Let's say they all have $1,000 every year to spend. Well, they want to buy a gun. That eats up the $1,000. James wants them to take a class. That's $500. I want them to buy $1,000 worth of gear. So we're all competing for the same dollar. That guy only has so much money to spend. So we kind of share it, right? And when we started out, James, I moved here because James lives here. I did business with James for a decade prior to this. But I had a ton of customers James didn't have, as well as James had customers I didn't have.
right.
Some people just don't like me. They won't buy my stuff just because it's mine. Some people will buy my stuff from other people and pay twice as much so that they don't do business with me. That's fine. I get
That's
your
still
dollar
doing
either
business
way.
with you,
I
though.
know.
So we have to
That
bring
makes
in
no
new,
sense
we
at
have
all.
to bring in new people, right?
Yeah.
So we brought, I met her, so she came in. I met you, so you've come in.
Right.
Your son's going to come here.
Yes.
He's probably going to bring some friends.
I'm sure.
Nicole has now taken a class. She's going to tell some people some more. So that's all because of you three people here today, you three ladies. The potential in the next, I don't know, let's say year, the potential exponentially is going to be that at least 100 new souls come through here.
Right.
More importantly, though, I have a question for John.
Yes.
Do you make saddlebags for motorcycles? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, Chris.
Nope. Get hard bags, and we have several bags you can put in your bags or in your saddlebags. Our tool bags fit in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can put a short side folder AK or SBR, pistol
Mm-hmm.
type rifle carbine. I know that's all it's all three separate things. I know what I just said, but they'll fit in our large tool bag, which will fit in hard bags on the side of bikes.
Okay, so get hard bags
Oh,
and
okay.
put the good bags in
Or
there.
get some saddle bag. I mean,
Yeah.
the deal is, can we make them? Yeah. The other deal is, you don't want to pay me $1,000, which is what you're going to pay me to make those bags, and you're going to be like, but I can get an awesome set for $200. My point exactly. Buy the awesome set for $200.
Mm-hmm.
Buy something we already do perfectly.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's
It's
good.
capacity. I have 25 employees.
Now he's all about.
I need
yeah.
55, and
Right.
I don't have.
So anybody listening to this who needs a job and wants to move to Camden and is willing to actually work.
You met a lady that just moved here.
Yeah, I
Rosie.
met Rosie. Yeah.
And,
Watch our life
have
Yeah.
security, have some
Come
job
here.
security, and not.
Do you have
work-
to know how to sew to work here?
Yeah.
Rosie didn't.
Rosie didn't. She came. She's like, I'm going to learn.
Yeah. So John will train you to whatever it is that you want to learn how to do. If you're,
But you have to
sincere.
work.
You have to be genuine and want to have.
You have
a
to
job.
work.
But he'll feed you,
You have to work.
right?
You have to work.
Yeah, we'll feed you.
He'll feed you.
There's a gym in the back, like a
Okay,
real
the gym is
gym.
bomb.
Yeah.
Now. Hold on, let's go.
I wish
see.
I had this gym.
Yeah, everything's here.
Actually, I don't need one this
Everything
big,
you
but-
need is here. And they're for you to have food freedom and health independence here too.
There's
Look
a one
at-
and a.
This is the playroom, y'all. Check it out.
There's a one and
Check
a
it
quarter.
out.
There's a 1 1/4 mile motocross track on the property.
Or here's some bikes. This place is full of joy and fun.
And an ostrich.
And an ostrich.
That's important.
Check it out.
I
Check
think
it
the
out.
camels are way cooler than the ostriches.
Yeah.
The giraffes
Well,
are really
the
cool.
person-
That's a camel.
The
So there's a
mini
person whose
giraffes.
website I built that didn't send me their picture, and so I put ostriches everywhere. I needed a graphic, and they're gonna watch this and think this is funny because there's an ostrich.
But look, you can come here.
That's for you, Sam.
You can work out. You can hang out. You can make money.
New World Patriot. This is Nicole Sauce from Living Free in Tennessee.
Hi.
Hollow Roast Coffee. She does our coffee. She's got a podcast. She's on the Expert Council for Survival podcast, and she's also a member of the Goose, Unloose the Goose podcast.
Yeah.
This is Niti Pharmacist. It's spelled Niti Pharmacist on Instagram.
Pharmacist is in
That's-
farm, FARM.
Yeah. Niti the pharmacist.
Niti
Farm to
the
fork,
Pharmacist.
meat,
We're
riot.
using meat for your medicine because meat heals, you guys.
I've eaten a lot of pork today.
She's had a lot of meat. We had the
It was a good day.
pleasure of being hosted over here yesterday, hanging out with John and Amanda. We had some ribeyes, some beef ribeyes. We had some buffalo. We had some fermented.
I brought sauerkraut, and then I brought my Aunt Helen's beet recipe, pickled beets, pickled dilly beans, and then just pickles.
You guys remember when we ran the International Seed Saver Day sale code and we sent everybody seeds? We sent all of you guys carrot seeds and beet seeds and arugula seeds. Beets and carrots are super easy to grow. You can direct sow them into the soil. I know what you read and they say you can't. I do it every single year. And I end up with a ton of beets, and people are like, beets taste like dirt. What are you going to do with beets? Well, when you look on YouTube, there's all these recipes and instructions that take an hour. They're like, boil these motherfuckers for 45 minutes, roast them, and then peel them. And
No.
Nicole has a pickled beet recipe that is awesome. You can eat them like pickles
Yeah.
or pickled green beans or okra. And when you throw that shit on the plate with a huge slab of meat, that's all you need. And,
Yes.
it's super easy. How many of you guys bought Presto canners when we started showing you the Presto canners?
I
and
want
we
to
put up
see
those
your Presto
codes?
can.
Oh.
We like those Presto canners so well, I own 2 of them. We run them at the same time.
Yep.
Like, if anything, we're running out of power in the kitchen. So, you
I
guys-
have this
Okay,
same
so
problem.
The other thing you can do, you deliver it with beet kavos. And beet kavos will keep you from becoming dehydrated. This is really, really important if you are worried about whatever is going on, the chaos that's happening. You know, it's really important for us to be healthy. Why are we all giving our power away to someone else to save us, to make us, to save us from something that we could just, you know, get healthier? Like, why don't we just look at this place? Does it look like it is promoting death at all? No. You have to move. You have to move, and you have to nourish yourself, and you have to have joy and
And do a job you can take. And yes, duck, chuck,
and
goose, they do make everything here. They make it
yes.
here,
They make it all here.
where we're standing.
With
Right.
as many U.S. manufactured raw goods as possible. Everything happens 100% under this roof. This building is 10,000 square feet, and then we have a 6,000 foot loft. So we're standing in 16,000 square feet. And every single piece, every stitch, from cutting webbing and Velcro and Cordura to shipping out the door, all happens in this building. We ship 200 to 400 individual boxes a day. I put $1 million through my local post office in the last 12 months, and I put 665,000 the year before that. So if anything, with lesser people and more restriction and more chaos in the world, we have upped our production and upped our shipping capacity.
So no, I haven't been drinking. And Niti, I want to know if you know the people at Cultures for Earth, which is a fermentation place.
I think I've heard of this, but
Yeah.
I haven't actually tried
It's in
it.
I think it's in North Carolina.
I mean, I haven't tried it, so I'll just tell you guys, I'm super carnivore, and I have been enjoying a lot of these pickle things here, and I definitely use, like, beet kavos and some of these things from, like, medicinally. I use that more for electrolyte balance than anything else. But I've found that in my recovery, I'm still recovering from a lot of years of autoimmune disorder. So, I'm still not 1,000,000% where I want to be. And also trying to do that after you're 50 is just not going to happen in 5 minutes the way it would maybe do like when you're in your 20s.
So if you're 20 and have an autoimmune disorder, talk to Niti.
Yeah.
Start now.
Yeah, because honestly, it's something, there is no reason for anyone to be suffering from any kind of depression or anxiety or whatever, then you can absolutely have it. It is yours. This life is not about suffering. This life is about joy. This life is about, look at like what's happening here in this playroom. Like they're producing everything they need for their livelihood while supporting and growing other people, while loving their community and, building bridges and offering support for all of us as well. So, John, thank you so much for what you're doing here. I mean, it's really, really powerful. And Nicole, thank you for your incredible, like if you guys want some really good coffee that doesn't make you sick on your stomach, then Nicole knows how to manage like roasting beans and just making this incredible, her coffee doesn't make your stomach hurt. It doesn't disturb your digestive system. It's not
The coffee she tried, it was hollow roast dark.
It's so good.
And she likes.
It's my favorite.
Mhm.
It's my favorite. But this weekend, I think, or these couple of days, we've had a couple.
Yeah, you're gonna try a new one tomorrow in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just having a blast here, and I
Yeah.
think everybody. I would really love to be able to. We need to do something together. We need to
October,
get
so
all.
weekend before Halloween, we're going to have another get together here.
You
Yep.
are?
Yep. We're gonna have another. We used to call them parties. They're not really parties anymore. They're a little more than that now.
And we might be cooking up something extra for that one.
Cool.
that gonna-
Something with some makers. So if you're a maker listening to this and you're interested in
If you
being
wanna
here,
come- yeah, if you want to come be a vendor, if you produce something or build something or have something to offer
Yeah.
that benefits people, I'm not saying give them something. You can come here and by all means sell your product, but we need you to, talk about your product. And if you're a company that we do business with, as always, I mean, when we do a big party, there's usually 30, 40, 50 vendors here. So just reach out to us, let us know.
Well, we can make sure there's real food here. Healing. We need everybody to be fit and trained.
maybe some.
When I went to the Rogue Food Conference and I talked to you guys that night when I came back after I, got to actually meet Joel Salatin, these two ladies both spoke there. They were on stage and talked, in front of everybody there, and Nicole and Niti, both of them, and you're going to see us do some more stuff here together.
It's gonna be the bomb.
We're just getting started, guys. We're getting organized. We're getting organized.
Getting organized. We are organized.
Yeah, we are organized.
We have an insert now.
We do. We're going to be doing a road food accelerator, Nicole and I.
Yeah.
So anybody who's interested in learning how to finesse the system, you know, for your
And a lot of that,
Basically, finesse the system to start your food-based business, your regenerative cottage
a lot of the
food-based
stuff
business.
you'll learn there will apply in other businesses.
It does.
it does. It applies to all businesses, and especially in these times.
You know, when I tell you guys all the time, I'm like, hey, everybody's like, I'm thinking I'm going to start this business. I'm like, what the fuck are you waiting for? Well, I have to get this permit and I need this SBA loan. I go, no, you don't.
No.
You don't even know if you like building what you're talking about building. That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about right now.
Just get started.
Stop doubting it, guys.
I've been doing a series on how to start a home craft coffee business, and almost all the feedback I've gotten is somebody starting a knife business, a spice business, something completely different, and they're like, it doesn't matter. This is helping me get that going. And I think the more those of us who are doing business share openly what's up and how we organize, the more it helps people get started.
Yeah.
So
It's
keep,
not
and
as
so if you're here,
complicated as everybody wants
it's
you to
just
believe
not.
it is.
People throw those barriers up to discourage you, and everybody who's talking to you about why you can't, like, this is great with the Harvest Right freeze dryer. My first idea is I could rent access to this so people can, when I'm not using it, freeze dry their food in mine. And I figured out a price I had in mind, and I'm talking about it, and somebody comes at me with cottage food law, having no idea I know a lot about cottage food law, and I was like, no, I'm renting access. They're processing their own food.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it that way.
The person, when somebody comes and knocks on your door,
Yeah,
and it's the guy with the badge, it's somebody you fucking know that told on you.
right.
Yeah.
Always.
Yes.
It's always the same thing in Germany. It was the fucking Jews who told the Nazis where the other Jews were. And when you're making fucking yogurt and
Yeah.
you're selling it to 10 of your friends and some motherfucker comes to your door, it's going to be somebody that you called a friend who fucking sent that guy to you. Because it's always somebody that feels threatened, or not even that they're threatened, because they're not even performing and executing themselves.
Yeah.
They're using that same bullshit excuse they're telling you as to why they didn't do it, and they're fucking pissed off that you did do it.
You know, everybody can just stop arguing for their limitations and stop feeling threatened and not not finding joy in their life, because we are still just you anyway. We're still going to be rare, and we're always going to be ready to help you.
And start
So-
asking yourself, how can I, when you run into the I can't.
Right.
Not me. If I'm gonna push you over the bridge, if you.
Oh, John's pretty hardcore.
He's
about
tough
this.
love.
He's
We're
tough.
love. He's
He's-
tough love.
he's
When I see you tied up in a burlap sack on the bridge over the river, I'm just gonna bump you into the river. I don't know how you got in the sack, but I'm gonna help you get in the fucking water if you wrong me. So just stay where you are and keep non-performing, and don't worry, we will take that share of the market.
Yeah. Well, those who do. Those who- Yeah. We don't know. We don't know the Saints because
All right.
we're just.
I don't know. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
coming.
Thank you,
Tactical
guys.
type
We'll do a live
John's
feed. We'll do a live feed
type
here.
John's website in the comments before we
Yeah.
sign off, and I'll put it in the show notes when this
Right.
comes up. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great night.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Love you.
Yeah, Roy.